The Outer Frontier. Book 3. A Hope to a Peace. Chapter 7. The Last Message. The three contacts maintained their distance, always beyond visual range, always just outside the certainty of the horizon's sensors. They neither accelerated nor fell behind. They simply followed. Commander Amelia Carter stood in silence before the tactical display. Estimate. Lieutenant Arlen answered without hesitation. They're matching every course correction. Marcus frowned. So they're tracking us. Lyra slowly shook her head. No, they're anticipating us. For the next 48 hours, the horizon changed course repeatedly. Each maneuver ended the same way. Hours later, the three unknown contacts quietly reappeared. Never closer, never farther, as though distance itself had become irrelevant. Cale finally broke the silence. They're waiting. Marcus looked toward him. For what? Cale didn't answer, because everyone aboard already suspected the truth. They were waiting for the expedition to find something. The ancient map now displayed only one remaining destination within reachable distance. Unlike the abandoned colony, this location carried no planetary designation, only a single symbol, a circle surrounding four converging lines. Selyra stared at it for several minutes. I've seen this before. Everyone looked at her. In the Forbidden Archive, she enlarged the symbol. It wasn't translated. It appeared only once. Cale spoke quietly. What did it mean? Selyra answered almost in a whisper. Repository. The system contained no habitable worlds. Only an aging white star. Several frozen planets. Countless fragments of shattered asteroids. At first glance, nothing appeared unusual, until Lyra noticed something impossible. There, she enlarged the image. One asteroid reflected almost no light. Not because it was dark, because its surface absorbed nearly every wavelength. Marcus blinked. I don't think that's an asteroid. The horizon approached cautiously. As distance closed, geometry replaced nature. Straight edges emerged. Perfect angles. Artificial structures hidden beneath millions of years of accumulated rock. An entire installation had disguised itself as part of the asteroid belt. Cale whispered they didn't abandon everything. The docking bay still responded. Not to modern identification codes, to the archival crystal carried by Selyra. Ancient doors slowly opened. Dust escaped into space for the first time in 40 millennia. Inside, nothing resembled the city they had explored. No gardens, no plazas, no homes, only laboratories, observation chambers, data vaults. Everything here had served a single purpose. Research. Rows of transparent cylinders lined one chamber. Most had long since failed, their contents reduced to dust. Others still contained preserved biological samples. Not of the Guardians, of the enemy. Lyra stopped breathing. They captured them. Marcus looked around. They studied them alive. The central archive required several hours to activate. Layer after layer of security slowly awakened. Finally, one recording remained intact. An elderly guardian appeared. His face carried neither fear nor despair, only exhaustion. He looked directly toward the recording device. My name is High Researcher Asterion. If you are seeing this, then we failed. Silence filled the room. We believed strength would save us. It did not. We believed technology would save us. It did not. We believed distance would save us. It did not. He lowered his eyes. We asked the wrong question. The image changed. The preserved biological diagrams returned. The devourers, for that is the closest translation your language will possess, are not driven by conquest. They do not seek territory. They do not seek resources. They do not seek extermination. Marcus frowned. Then what do they want? The recording answered. They seek. A pause. Complex thought. Nobody moved. Asterion continued. They consume organized neural structures. The greater the civilization, the greater the attraction. They are drawn toward intelligence itself. Lyra whispered, "My God." They cannot be hidden from. They cannot be negotiated with. They cannot be outrun. Another pause. But, for the first time, hope appeared in the old scientist's eyes. They can be deceived. Every member of the expedition leaned forward. Their perception depends upon coherent cognitive resonance. They do not see matter. They perceive civilizations. The recording displayed enormous wave patterns spreading across the galaxy. Every advanced society produces a measurable neural signature. Marcus looked toward Lyra. They're hunting our minds. Asterion continued. We eventually learned to disrupt that resonance. The display changed once more. A mathematical sequence appeared. Then another. Then thousands. An elegant lattice of harmonic equations. The solution is not a weapon. It is camouflage. The room became perfectly silent. The implications were staggering. For 3 centuries, the Galactic Union had tried to destroy an enemy. That had simply been following a signal. Selyra immediately began copying the archive. Marcus connected every available storage unit. Lyra verified the integrity of the equations. KL simply stood motionless, watching. History itself had just changed. Suddenly, every light inside the station turned crimson. The AI aboard the Horizon interrupted every communicator simultaneously. Priority 1 alert. Unknown contacts have entered the system. The bridge display appeared inside every helmet. The 3 distant echoes were gone. In their place, 3 enormous vessels drifted silently beyond the asteroid belt. For the first time, the crew saw them clearly. They possessed no recognizable hull, no engines, no visible weapons. They resembled colossal fractures in space itself, regions where reality appeared. Wrong. Marcus stared in disbelief. So, he swallowed. That's what has been watching us. Alarms echoed throughout the hidden station. Not from the Horizon, from the Guardian installation. Ancient systems, dormant for 40,000 years, had suddenly awakened. One final message appeared across every surviving display, translated almost instantly by the AI. Archive accessed. A second line followed. Observer response confirmed. Then, a final sentence. One written not for the Guardians, but for whoever came after them. Run. The crew needed no further instruction. As they sprinted toward the docking bay, Amelia realized the truth that had eluded everyone until now. The station had never been hidden from the enemy. It had been used as bait. The Guardians had known that one day someone else would come searching for answers, and they had left behind exactly what the next civilization would need. knowing that retrieving it would reveal their position. The race home had begun.